Hey everybody, it's Omari Head with the National Institute of Lodging Education, also known as NILE. I'm the founder of that phenomenal nonprofit. We're going to give you a hotel industry overview today, and this is day one of the Hotel Ownership Challenge. That's what we're doing. We are challenging folks to become hotel owners and think about real estate investments differently. So here we go. So the first thing I want to touch on is what the hotel industry is. Think about it, it's an asset class that you've driven past, that you may have participated in, you stayed in it, you may have even worked in a hotel before, but just wanted to give you a quick snapshot here on three things, this is pre-public health crisis, but the American Hotel Lodging Association noted that there were 54,000 hotels in the United States, which totals 5 million rooms. Huge opportunity there. That means that there's just a really robust market and opportunity for you to get engaged in this space. And obviously people are still building hotels, so that number is growing. We currently have had some hotels that are closed, and the hotels that closed and converted to alternative uses. So it's a really interesting time right now. We'll talk about that on the next slide. Before the public health crisis, hotels supported 1 in 25 jobs. That is a huge number. And it's very important to note that this is an economic indicator. What does that mean? And why do I say that? You start talking about $660 billion to the GDP. That's a significant contribution. That is something noteworthy. There's a huge industry. There's a lot of jobs involved, which means that everybody pays attention to what happens in lodging. So it's not just folks traveling for leisure. It's not just folks traveling for business. You have the group demand. Depending on what market you're in, it depends on what type of demand there is there. But that's just a quick overview of what it means to be involved in the hotel ownership segment. So why hotel investments out of all the asset classes? And you hear a lot of people and they talk about being a real estate expert, and they're talking about owning single family homes or multifamily, but when you get into the hotel side of it, you don't hear a lot of people talk about that. And what we want to do is really demystify that. So the big piece of it is asset diversification. So if you have all multifamily, or you have all single family, or you have all industrial, most people at the higher level who are interested in real estate portfolios, they like to have it diversified, and they have some lodging assets in there, some hotel assets in there. This is my biggest passion, and that's job creation. At the end of the day, being a part of the contributor to that 1 in 25 jobs is incredibly important. And that is something that is, that's a drum that I will always beat and advocate for, as somebody who has seen what job creation means, what that looks like, and what that ultimately means for generational change. So being intentional about verbiage, and not just generational wealth, but really generational change. And how are you helping other generations? You know, can you give people money, or can you give them an opportunity? And that's what hotels are able to create. Not only are they jobs, they're good paying jobs. The other thing is where we are in the economic cycle. This is a unique time. So depending on who you ask, people will say economic cycles move in every 7 to 10 years. Right now, with us coming out of the worst performance ever for hotels, we are in a recovery. So it would mean that we haven't fully recovered, but it's on the upward trend. So where we are in an economic cycle means that it's a really good time to get in if you can. So we want folks educated about this asset class and understand on how to ride this wave to recovery. And it's definitely something that you want to be a part of. So with that noted, thank you all so much for your time. Again, my name is Omari here at the National Institute of Lodging Education, also known as the Hip Hop Hotel Broker. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will catch you on some of our other content.